turning sling can help you turn and hold a patient into a sideline position, allowing you to clean and give care. What I have in my hand right now is what we call a single-sided turning sling. Oftentimes you'll hear me talk about it as the triangle sling for obvious reasons. This sling will actually utilize a Velcro anchor in which you will attach to the bed frame, which I will demonstrate momentarily. The only downside to a single-sided turning sling is that I can only turn my patient one way. So, if I were to use this type of sling to help turn to clean my patient, I'll have to place under the patient, attach, lift, perform my care tasks, lower it down, take it out, and then put it on the other side in the same manner. This still is better than holding a patient over to do any sort of care tasks. What we have as an option is a double-sided turning sling, otherwise known as a bow tie sling. With the bow tie sling, you can see I have an anchor strap on this end, anchor strap on this end. I have loop straps on these ends, and also loop straps on these ends. So, when I'm going to put the double-sided turning sling underneath somebody, we want to be careful of the Velcro that we have here. We don't want to cause any skin irritation. So, when you're putting this under your patient, you want to fold that over. Now, placing this underneath the patient, we actually want to come just above the buttocks, underneath the low back. This is going to allow us to turn the patient at their center of gravity while still keeping access to points which we will generally typically clean and or give care to. My suggestion is you actually take this, fold it like this, enabling you less material to put underneath. Now, I can actually use the give of the mattress in the curve of my patient's back to help slide this underneath. So I'm going to place my patient's arms up. I'm going to find where their low back is, and I'm not going to allow this to bunch up. I'm actually going to slide and guide underneath the patient, like so. Now it's halfway through, I'm actually going to come to the other side of the bed to pull it through. Again, all I have to do is reach underneath here, pull through, and then unravel my sling. Now the anchor point on our Lannett Eleganza 3 bed can actually either be this point right here, or you could use this bar here. I will undo my Velcro strap, loop it through the point, making sure that I have a nice snug fit, and Velcroing down. I'm going to come around the other side of the bed again, making sure my sling is nice and flat. I now bring over my hanger bar. Most patients on the Lannett Eleganza 3, you want to utilize the tightest strap for most patients. You may use the middle one or the furthest one, depending on the size of your patient. As I lower down, I attach one strap here, the other strap will be attached here, and now I need to prepare my patient for rolling in bed. I'm going to come down to the leg that is the side we're turning from. I would want my patient to have their foot just flat enough and the knee bent just enough just to accomplish this. The other leg I actually want to try to tuck in, because ultimately as we go to roll this patient, we want this to fall over. We want a rotation of the pelvis that helps keep the patient in a sideline position. You have to be extremely careful if you're attempting to use this on the hip replacement as to not violate movement precautions. I would have somebody on that side guiding the leg over, and myself as the caregiver I'm actually going to be on this side. Right hand is going to be on the remote. My left hand is actually going to guide the patient's shoulder. I'm going to let the lift do the work for me. I'm not attempting to try to lift the patient myself. So, once we're prepped, I'm now going to raise the patient and turn them into a sideline position. I can straighten out my patient's leg to make them more comfortable. But as you can see, let go. The patient is being held over, allowing staff to do any patient care tasks or any cleaning tasks. I could even take my patient's arm, place it above their head to gain access to the axilla. The beauty of the double-sided turning sling is that all I have to do is now switch what side I anchor and what side I lift. Assuming that I've already done this, the way we're actually going to remove this sling would be to have one staff member hold in sideline while the other staff member can lower this down. We can now clean the area where the sling had been held up. My patient's going to be really great and hold on for himself right now. Because once staff is holding them on that side, all we have to do to remove the sling now is detach the straps. I'm going to just roll this up, tuck it underneath, and then as my patient rolls back, staff on this side just have to take that bunch and pull it out.